Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everybody. It's a place that almost every Boisean knows about, maybe because you're a hiker or just looking for something fun to do. But surprisingly, not many have actually experienced this place.
And we're talking about the Old Idaho Penitentiary. It's a piece of gem state history that's been sitting right at the base of the Boise foothills since the late 1800s.
Yeah, we took our Out and About series to the Old Pen this week to give you an up-close look at the incredibly interesting place.
13,000 prisoners, 100 years, and one historic site to house it all. This is the Old Idaho Penitentiary, an impressive stone compound tucked up against the Boise foothills.
In 1872, the doors opened for inmates, and since that point, for 101 years, the Old Idaho Penitentiary was open as a prison and closed its doors in December of 1973.
The Pen is now an iconic piece of Idaho history, a unique and rather large museum open to visitors year-round. Self-guided tours are always available, but it's the guided tours that offer a bit more insight into the old prison.
It was 3 miles from Boise.
Including some of the countless stories.
There were over 13,000 inmates, so I say right there's already 13,000 stories that you can tell.
And ironically, one of the most unique tales to come out of the Old Pen had nothing to do with a human inmate.
There was one inmate who was working out in the barns, manages to sneak a cat in.
That's right, a cat. Dennis the cat, to be exact. He was snuck into the pen in 1952 and became part of the prison family.
This cat was so well loved that when it died 16 years later, they had a special burial for him in the prison yard.
And if visitors to the penitentiary are curious enough, they may stumble across the new Dennis.
She was in danger. We have lots of birds of prey out here, so we decided to adopt her. So she is Dennis.
Look hard enough, and you'll also find the old Dennis's grave marker.
Dennis the cat is the only inmate that is buried here on the penitentiary grounds.
But Dennis wasn't the only inmate to die inside prison walls. The place played host to 10 executions in its 100-year history, and you can walk right up to and even on the areas where those death sentences were carried out, including the gallows, which really didn't get much use.
For all the drama surrounding a place like the gallows room, only one inmate was ever hanged here, Raymond Snowden, in 1957.
The trap door is now bolted shut, but head downstairs to see where it leads. The drop room, where Snowden's life officially ended in 1957.
It's a little creepy.
And if that's not eerie enough for you, visitors can also meander through maximum security,
This opens.
where the names of former inmates can be seen carved into the walls.
And then this is his inmate number, and then it says SLC.
And you can step right into these, the punishment rooms. They were created in the 1920s to house inmates who didn't follow prison rules. And with up to 6 men being crammed into each tiny cell, the conditions weren't pretty.
There was not indoor plumbing, and so they would have just a bucket in the corner to use the facilities.
No matter what you're hoping to find at the Old Idaho Penitentiary, be it historical artifacts, maybe a few heebie-jeebies, or some possible paranormal activity, you may be surprised at just how much you discover.
It's really that unique experience where you can have the place coupled with the stories and experience that for yourself.
What an impressive place.
It was an amazing place. It's actually open 7 days a week. You can always walk in. It's cheap to get into. I think it's $5 for adults. You can walk yourself through or take the guided tours on the weekends. You and I had never been through when we went. Bree, have you taken a tour?
I've been
through?
several times,
Yeah.
and they also have really cool events out there, especially around Halloween time.
Frightened Felons,
Yeah,
yes.
so a lot of cool things that go on out there.
fun.
And the Botanical Gardens right next door. A lot of concerts on the lawn at the Botanical Gardens, which was the original spot for the gallows.
Yeah, we learned that the gardens have a 50-year lease from the prison. So they have a very good partnership there because it used to be part of those prison grounds. I learned one thing there: I never want to go to jail. That's the thing that for sure I know I don't want to do.
Especially in the early 1900s, mid-1900s. Yeah. No, it was really fun though, and so if you have a chance to check it out, please do the Old Pen. It's really fun.
All right. Well.